Illinois falls at home against the Maryland Terrapins. The Fighting Illini not fighting anymore as the number 10 seed. That will definitely go down. Uh, Not really that there's any shame losing to this Maryland team. It's a talented squad. Came in with higher expectations than what we've seen so far. Than what we've seen so far. Definitely a team that's had their shooting woes. But today, Maryland pulling off the upset. Jahmir Young is probably one of the better one-on-one players in this entire conference. Sorry about that. My dog was about to celebrate the Maryland win, but no. Yeah, Jahmir Young, one of the better scoring threats, scoring options, one-on-one players offensively in this conference, and he showed up today. He showed up today. But really, when he took over late in the game, it wasn't on offense. Although he had some really nice plays there, it was really that block at the end that really kind of sealed the game for this Maryland team. But either way, for Illinois now, looking ahead, what will this show? I mean, you know, Damask is clearly now the focal leader of this team. And he's the number one scoring threat. He finished with 26, but there were still a couple times down the stretch where it kind of looked like they needed one more guy. Damask had some nice plays down the stretch. Don't get me wrong, but obviously the defensive intensity and defensive attention focused on Damask, and him being able or having that ability to kind of share the burden, not having to be the only threat, I would have definitely helped this Illinois team. It was a close game. It could have probably the last 3-4 minutes is when it really separated. So at that point, it really could have gone either way. But really for me, I think Dawkins, I love the emotion and passion that he plays with, but it was a little too much so. That being said, that fifth foul, he went straight up and should not have been called. So I did not like that call at all. But yeah, I don't like that final call. Why? Because as is, the offensive player has the advantage. And by calling a foul like that, that definitely seemed more like a call that the ref was anticipating the defender to initiate contact. And for me, he went straight up vertical. And so if you call that, you're really saying that, if you have 4 fouls, you're not allowed to contest at all. And, we love basketball for being able to watch athletes compete. And if you're limiting a player that much to where if they're in foul trouble, they have to let the other team score, I think that's taking away from the game. So that I did not like that. I did not like that last foul call on Hawkins, and I definitely not that you should have to earn it more so than other fouls, but you hate for the foul to be something ticky-tack, or in this case, something where it's like, okay, the other player is going to the rim and he's standing in the vicinity, so it's automatically a foul. You don't want that. But where do we go from here? Well, Maryland's got another road test against a good Northwestern team. Um, so it didn't start pretty for them. It didn't start great for them in Big Ten play, and it's always hard to win on the road. But in the Big Ten this year, just a lot of teams have struggled on the road. I think more so this year. At least it seems that way. And so this is a big win for Maryland to not only get the win against a ranked team, against a good Fighting Illini team in Illinois. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll bounce back. They were bound to have an off day against what many view as a lesser opponent. But again, this is a talented Maryland team, so not that this was expected. No one, I don't think, was expecting this going in, even Maryland fans. But now looking back on it, on how everything unfolded, it's not shocking or surprising. Maryland really did a good job defensively getting Illinois out of their, out of rhythm, out of what they wanted to run, and just being a pest defensively. And then they hit some key shots at the end, Maryland. But yeah, so now they face a Northwestern team who's deep, who's talented, and who just plays the right way. And so, has Maryland turned a corner? That's to be determined. Great performance today, and they have been playing better as of late, compared to how they started. Not too long ago. But Northwestern, I think after Northwestern, you'll be able to say for sure, okay, this is a team that is, slow start, but now they've turned a corner. Or we'll say, still a young team, still an immature team. Need another year, need a couple of additions in the transfer portal next year or in recruiting from high school. But for now, credit to them. Credit this Maryland team. They're fighting back, and Jahmir Young, I think he finished with 8 assists and only 2 turnovers. So if he continues to play he did today, I mean, if nothing else, this Maryland team is going to be a tough out regardless of who they play week in and week out. So I'm a Nebraska fan right now. I'm a little distracted watching the Lady Cornhuskers play right now. But if it wasn't for if another team, a couple buddies from the Big Banner Network in Maryland, Maryland's a nice team to root for, and no hard feelings for Maryland from my end. So Jahmir Young's fun to watch when he gets it going. So hopefully we see more of this, and hopefully they're able to pull off another. If they don't get the win, hopefully they get another. Hopefully they put up a good performance against Northwestern.